It starts as a gurgle, but it's not long before the Hudson River begins to roar as it enters the narrow confines of a gorge. This scenic stretch of whitewater, not far from Lake Gorge, draws thousands of adventure seekers each summer.
I'm always amazed at how beautiful it is. It has not changed in the 28 years that I've been going down the river.
A trip begins with the participants getting geared up for a day on the water. There are three critical components to the rafters ensemble. First, there's the PFD, or personal flotation device. Then there's the paddle, or personal propulsion device. And finally, the helmet, or personal protection device. Even with this gear, you might still have to go for a little swim.
Because when you fall in the river today, notice I said when, not if you fall in the river today. We're going to be using a life jacket to pull you back in.
Well, we've done the trip before, but each time you do it, it's like different.
The natural beauty and high adventure are what attract people to whitewater rafting, but it is the guides who truly make the experience as safe and entertaining as possible.
I've been working here for 7 years. I like seeing people push their limits and helping them get there. It's a lot of fun.
Becoming a raft guide doesn't always come easily.
A lot of people, it's really hard for them when they start out to blow the rafts up.
Entrance rapid is unique because when you first come onto the Hudson, everything is sort of wide open. But once you get into the gorge, you go into entrance rapid, and that's where the whitewater picks up in intensity. And as a guide, that's when you know by that point you're really hoping all your customers are gelling together and knowing how to paddle well because you're getting into the bigger whitewater. The rafting program on the Hudson started in the late 70s. We came on board in the early 80s, and it was just spring-based at that time. There was only rafting in the spring, rafting in the fall. Now, the majority of all the companies take almost all the people rafting in the summertime.
Being a guide out here, it's a challenge giving people the trip that they're looking for.
We hit a little of everything. We did like the small rapids, the big rapids. We got to get out and swim.
We're playing hooky from a family reunion, don't tell anybody.
Osprey's Nest is nice. It's right after one of our bigger, exciting rapids. And it's a short rapid. What's fun is the way the rapid is designed. It's a fun one to do 360s, so people are getting splashed from all sides.
Rapids are an exhilarating part of the trip, when you hit them right. And that requires two things, the right angle and the right speed. The guides have an arsenal of paddle strokes and commands that they use to control these two factors.
Good boat skills, draw stroke, pry, and a J-stroke help a lot. And really that's all you're using out there, as well as keen sense of reading whitewater.
An eddy is the water that's behind any obstruction in the river. It could be a ridge abutment, it could be a rock. And from a guiding point of view, when you're reading the river going downstream, you're basically looking for your rocks with the eddies behind them. A hydraulic is when you get water pouring over a ledge or rock, and the water is falling into the eddy that was created behind it. And since the water in the eddy is going upstream and the water going over the rock is going downstream, when those two meet, water will start to spin in a circle.
Guides will intentionally hit some hydraulics to add a little extra adventure to a trip.
Most fun parts of the day were when we were surfing, because the first one, we were working for it, man.
The trip down the Hudson takes 4 to 5 hours, and it's about 17 miles. And in that 17 miles, you get some beautiful stretches of flat water and some really intense whitewater. So we're having a great day out here, and we hope that you will all take the chance to come down sometime this summer.